Welcome back everyone to another Penguin Z Plays On video, and today, after so long, it has been a good minute since I reviewed a Savage short film, and he has dropped another one called Halloween Michael's Revenge, and this is my review off the fan film. Let's get into it. So before we get into it, I just want to speak about something real quick, because it is crazy to me that the first one of these fan film short films came out in 2023. I am feeling unk status because that is not only the first time I review these movies or even watch these movies, it's also the first time I started movie news. It's been a good minute. And I want to make this also clear. Savage, I'm not glazing, okay? I'm not glazing Savage in these videos. I want to make that clear because this is gonna be a very glazed video because this is actually pretty good. And one last thing, because I've seen in the past couple of movies, actually not couple, all of your short films, I've reviewed these short films as movies. I'm not doing it this time. I am reviewing these short films as short films because Savage and everybody that worked on this movie, I think we can all agree, this is nothing close to a top tier Michael Myers film or even the Blumhouse movies or any movie like that, because these are like 1 star out of 10 real movies. So for me not to be glazing you guys because I'm rating you 8 star as a movie, I'm actually gonna now bring it to a fan film, so I can be like, you are 10 out of 10 for a fan film. So let's just get into this review of Halloween Michael's Revenge. The end? Because yes, this is actually the end, because when I heard it's the end, I was thinking happy ending, right? No. If you've seen this movie, this is not a happy ending. So yes, this movie opens up with Michael surviving the last film, which I think, I forgot. There's too many of these movies, guys. Michael, he gets back up. I remember the movie, I just don't remember what it's called, but he just gets up and he's like, where did I go? And he basically just gets up, puts his mask on, fixes his suit up a little bit, and he's like, I need to go to Hooters. I don't know, he just disappeared for 2 years. And we follow Joseph, okay? Joseph, he's having nightmares, and I'm glad it was a nightmare, because when I saw Michael fighting Joseph and he was holding the knife where it's sharp and he's just like, how is he surviving that? But then we find out it's a dream and it's just like, I have PTSD. It's just like Laurie Strode. That's not being rude or anything, I'm just saying. Then we find Isaiah and he's just walking down and he's like, Halloween invite. I'ma go. He goes to this party dressed up as Kanye West. He walks up to the house and then he's like, hello. He walks up into the house and then the door opens and it's like, it's Michelangelo.
Hola, what's up? What the rappers? We're going for burrito time now.
Jar Jar Binks? Nothing against him. It's just like when he wears the mask, he sounds just like Jar Jar Binks. He takes it off, it's just like, oh, you're just a normal dude for real. But still, we walk into the house and it's just chill. Okay, everyone's just chilling. There's Ghostface Devil Man, and then there's Jason dude, and he's just like, everyone's chilling. Okay, I feel like no one cares about Isaiah, but they're all chilling. Yes. And then Michael shows up. And Jason, for some reason, he's in a mood or something, and he just dips. I want y'all to know, this is not real Jason. This is a guy dressed up as Jason. So when he walks outside and Michael starts choking him, lets him go, why isn't he screaming? Nothing against y'all, but why is Jason not screaming when he's just human? He's not Jason Voorhees for real. He's normal dude. But still, I honestly like this, okay? In all the other movies, we're just following the same characters. This movie is longer, of course, 17 minutes, and we follow more characters for more deaths, which are way better than all the other ones. When Jason, or I think somebody, I forgot who, but when Jason gets like a target bag like over his head, he's like, that's just tough for real. Can we just talk about how Michael's just straight on revenge mode? Like, when I saw Michael's Revenge, I wasn't really thinking, oh, Michael's out for revenge. No, he really is. He killed everyone in this movie for real. Kills Jason dude. Rest in peace for Brody. And of course, my favorite character in this movie, Jar Jar Binks, had to go into the garage. And he's like, I gotta put this ghost away. Ghost is actually a cool part of this movie. Let me get into it though. And then Michael closes the door and he's like, oh, the door closed. It's probably Casper. Then he finds Jason's body on the floor. And then he's like, that wasn't Casper, because then him and Michael get into a fist fight where then Brody pulls out a Glock 19 and shoots Michael. only common knowledge person in a horror movie for real. Because he shoots Michael, steps on his balls, and then he's like, oh yeah, I won. But Michael is just on demon mode because he still somehow kills this man. He kills Jar Jar Binks. No! But I knew this was gonna happen in the next part. Michael grabs the ghost and he puts on the ghost costume, which, I mean, if you should know, that's a reference to Halloween 1. And then he kills Ghostface. I saw Ghostface in the trailer and I was like, so this is just a Ghostface vs. Michael movie again. But no, that's just a guy dressed up as Ghostface and he gets brutally murdered in the funniest scream of my life. No. Why are you going? Because then Isaiah's like, he knows this already. And he's like, yo, Joseph, he's back. And Joseph, he has no time to react. And he's just running down the block. Where he walks in and Michael has Isaiah against him. And he's like, don't do it. Also, YouTube, that was a fake weapon. I need to make that clear before I get demonetized or something. But basically, I thought Isaiah was gonna survive because then Michael slits his throat and he falls. And I thought Isaiah's gonna survive. How does he survive that? Brody's becoming Chad from Scream. But then we finally get the final battle between Michael Myers and Joseph, which is a fist fight, gunfight, knife fight, and it's peak because at the end, it is probably the best ending out of all of these. And probably even a better ending than Halloween Ends, because what kind of ending was that? Because in this ending, okay, we have Michael die by getting stabbed in the head, and we have Joseph die by getting stabbed in his liver, and then we hear some crazy outro music as Joseph walks outside, grabs onto a tree, and then he says nothing and dies. I'm really gonna miss these movies. But for real though, this is the best fan film. Like, yo, the way you guys filmed this movie, peak cinema. The acting in this movie was not corny at all, except for maybe the scream. And the suspense in this one's way better than all the other ones. Because in the dream sequence, I was actually like, oh, yeah, do that. And in the final battle, when I saw Joseph get stabbed, I was like, no. So honestly, best suspense, honestly, I think it's the best of everything for real. So now we're gonna rate these movies, okay? As a short film, because we're not doing real movies, as a short film, I'm gonna rate this a 9 out of 10. As a short film, this is actually pretty peak. 17 minutes, Michael just killing people for 17 minutes, and it has a connected storyline. He was even hyped. As a Savage film, 10 out of 10. I haven't said that since, which one was it? The Christmas one? And that's really it. I really like this movie. If y'all want to watch it for yourself, if you really want to see Jar Jar Binks, go to the description, go to Savage's channel, hit his subscribe button, hit my subscribe button, and go watch that video. That 17-minute video. Go watch him. Go support him. And yes, Savage, before I end this video too, I'm just saying, you don't need to listen to me. You don't need to listen to me, right? But I'm just saying, if you are going to make another short film, perhaps, maybe somebody, you know, somebody that starts with Penguin and ends with Zone, you know, have a little cameo, you know, a little cameo if it's like a news report or a weatherman. I know we can't just pull up. I can't just pull up in your driveway or something, but I'm down to be a weather boy and be like, the weather today is pretty nice. Michael Myers is down the street and Ghostface is running after me. I'm down, Savage. But if you don't want to, that's all fine. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. I am Penguin Z Playzone, and like always, everybody, peace out.